Alright, so I've tried this recording like 3 times now. Um, I was on Facebook and there were some posts on there. It was about how you could save money um, by basically making your lunch at home and bringing it to work instead of going out to fast food or a restaurant to buy your lunch. And I totally agree. As a matter of fact, when I owned my own business and I went out to work, I always brought my lunch. And it wasn't always the most extravagant thing in the world, but I ate. I wasn't starving, and I didn't wind up spending half of what I made that day feeding myself out at restaurants. I wasn't going to Starbucks for coffee. I'd break coffee from home in the morning. I would make my lunch, I would take snacks, and I would make it home by dinner time. Now, there were a bunch of people on there whining and bitching and moaning and complaining about, they sounded super entitled, to tell you the truth. Oh, well, I can't do that. I can't make a lunch on less than $10 a day, even at home. You need this and that and this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, you are an entitled, spoiled brat. You think a sandwich has to have all these extra things on it. I can make a sandwich for less than $1 every single day of the week. And it doesn't have to be the same kind of sandwich. I can actually make and get all the stuff to make sandwiches for several months, with only supplementing a few things that go and spoil, like bread and eggs, for less than $200. And they were like, well, the condiments and the this and the that and the da, da, da. And they were complaining about not having ketchup, mustard, mayo, pickles, relish, ranch. Every single one of those things you can get at a Dollar Tree for $1.25 some places. You can get jelly, jam, preserves, same place. So you just spent $6. You can go to places that sell day-old bread. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of the bread you buy in the grocery store is actually day-old. It's just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Eat it up. You can go to the store and do that, or you can just choke up buying a loaf of bread. You can buy a flat of tuna fish, 48 cans of it, for like $38 on Amazon. You can also buy a flat of canned chicken on Amazon, $27 for 24 cans. You can make chicken salad out of that. You can make tuna salad out of that. You can buy a 5 dozen box of eggs at Walmart for like $12. You can make breakfast. You can make breakfast sandwiches. You can make hard-boiled eggs. You can make egg salad sandwiches out of that. There's so many things you can do to stretch your food. And people just are not aware. They have no idea how to shop. They have no idea how to be frugal. They have no idea how to sacrifice a little to get a little ahead, or to stay above water. They'll throw dollars after nothing. They'll spend money on $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 on a cup of coffee in the morning, and then go out and spend $15, $30 on lunch. And they've spent half of what they made in the day between their gasoline, their food, and their breakfast, and their lunch, and their coffee, and, all that stuff before they even started their day. And I don't understand it. I think it's illogical. I think that people need to learn how to manage their money and how to be frugal and how to shop. And people just don't seem to have any clue how to do so. In Walmart, you can get this big box that's got over 100 things of cheese in it, slices, for like $10. As I said, you can get a flat of 5 dozen eggs for like $12. That's omelets, that's scrambled eggs, that's egg sandwiches, that's egg salad, that's hard-boiled eggs, that's deviled eggs. There's so many things you can do with it. The canned chicken. Here's another. You can get a flat of 24 ramen noodles Okay? I buy a jar in Dollar Tree of minced garlic for $1. You can get it other places too, but it's the cheapest there. You get the minced garlic. You get the ramen noodles. You take 2 ramen noodle packets, and I crunch them up. I like them crunched up, but some people like them full, regular noodles. You take a dollop of oil, olive oil, or butter, and you put it in there with the boiling water. You throw your minced garlic in there, and you put your noodles to boil, but you don't put a lot of water in there. You only put enough in there to cover them. You wait for them to start to boil, and you crack your eggs, and you drop your eggs into the boiling water, and you let them boil down. You pull them off. You put only one of the packets in there because it's too damn salty with 2 of them. You mix it up, and it makes like a kind of oriental meal, and then I take some soy sauce and sprinkle it on it. It's pretty darn good. It makes a good lunch. It sounds weird, but you can spice up simple, inexpensive things, and that meal right there, that meal cost like $1.50 maybe, and you're stuffed after you've eaten it. You got protein, you got some carbs. You can even add like canned peas, frozen peas to it or something, or mixed vegetables. You can add stuff to it. I mean, just do it to taste. Meal I made tonight, for instance. I took some rotel pasta, a box of that, a jar of sauce. The 2 things cost me about $3.50 for the sauce and like $2 for the pasta. So there's, $5.50. I took a couple spoonfuls of the garlic. I took a can of spinach, which cost me about $1.50 in itself. So we were $5.50, $6, $7, about $7, under $10. And I added some mozzarella cheese and some Parmesan cheese that I had in the fridge already. But I didn't add a whole bag of mozzarella, but I usually do. I only had a little bit. But that's another $3-ish. So under $10 still, under $10. Cook that up. Cook the pasta up, put it to the side. Mix your sauce, your spinach, your garlic, your cheeses and stuff. Mix your sauce up, put the pasta back in, and stir it up. Let the mozzarella cheese melt into your pasta, and it becomes like a casserole in a pot. And I've got enough of that left that I'll be eating that the rest of the week. Simple things. Simple stuff. Chicken perlo. Here's another one. Buy some chicken leg quarters. Get a big stock pot, or the largest pot you got sitting around, depending upon how much room you've got in the pot. Put as many leg quarters in there as you possibly can get. Make yourself some stock, some chicken stock. Pull your chicken out. Get some tongs. Pull your chicken out. Put them in a colander. Let them cool off. You're going to have to let them sit for a little while. Takes a while for them to cool. In the meantime, throw rice in your pot. A couple cups of rice. You can get some split peas or some beans or mixed vegetables or whatever you like. Whatever you want to add in there. A little bit of that garlic, minced garlic. Seasonings. I put pepper and a little salt in there. I use salt when I cook the rice anyway. But take your chicken off the bone and throw your chicken back in the pot with that cooking rice and all that. And you've got several meals for an individual, or a couple of meals for a family. You can freeze it. You can put it in small single-serve containers or Ziploc bags and put it up in the freezer. You can do the same thing with the pasta meal. You can alternate those. There are more. There are lots of these things that I've done over the years. People just don't know how to shop. They don't understand how to be frugal. And they don't know what they're doing. Like these young people, they seem to think that they need to throw money at everything. And then they want to complain they don't have enough money. And that they need to get paid more. No, they need to know how to manage their money better. Schools need to start teaching people how to manage their money. And how to survive on their own without mommy and daddy. Alright, well, anyway, if you're interested in more frugal tips on things, let me know by commenting below, liking and sharing. And follow me also on Rumble at Patriot Poet 1776.